10.
What do you guys think of Obama?
I mean, this is insane.
I'm so excited. I got here early, I woke up early, I was like...
What time did you get in line?
I actually got in line at 10. Because I thought I'll show up early and there was already a huge line at 10 o'clock.
And there's your entertainment. Shepherd from the students. Okay. So they're really good. But I took them down. We're excited.
Is it better than Rick parking or not better than Rick parking?
Maybe equal.
Okay.
It might be a little worse than Rick parking.
Hey, what's up? Anchor TV.
Hey!
What are you guys thinking? Thoughts? Do you guys think?
In line a long time. I better get a ticket.
Okay. Excited for Obama?
Yes.
Yes? Questioningly?
I'm probably not actually going to go see him.
You're not actually going to go see him? Why not?
Correct. I don't know.
Yeah, Rick tickets. I mean,
I don't know.
Obama tickets.
Obama tickets. I don't know. I just, it doesn't really interest me for some reason. To be honest.
Were you excited for Obama?
I was. I wanted to see him. I was like, hear what he had to say. So it's kind of a bummer that he's not coming.
How long did you wait in line for your ticket?
I personally didn't wait in line at all. Somebody waited in line.
For you?
Yeah.
So you scalped the ticket?
Something like that.
So you're excited for no classes though, right?
I'm not a student here, so.
Oh, so you don't care.
Yeah.
Great.
She got her
Yeah, I'm
classes.
excited for no classes, but I didn't get a ticket.
We are here with our student body president,
Howdy, hey.
Robert SANTURRI.
Yeah. Junior.
Yes, Junior. What's your feeling on the cancellation of our beloved president not coming?
Sucks. You want to know how it feels? It sucks. You know how many times in my life I'm able to see a sitting president? 0.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna get 100 feet in a sitting president for the rest of my life, most likely. However short it might be.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks. Especially since I waited 2 hours for a ticket.
Is that probably one of the things that people are going to be talking about, that the length
Probably.
of time that
I know people who waited 3 hours for a ticket.
Yeah.
My professor canceled class and had his students who wanted to go online to go get a ticket.
Wow.
Tuesday was pretty much Obama Day. I know a lot of professors will cancel their classes and bring their students to the line.
Mm-hmm.
Rob and I know at least one professor who did. Ain't that right, Rob?
We're speaking with WXIN General Manager, Robert Smith.
An all-around tool.
And
My white slave name.
yeah, what's going on?
Don't say that on the video.
How are you feeling right now with the cancellation of our beloved president not coming to Rhode Island?
He doesn't care.
Pretty sober.
Really? So you had no
He had the skin of the
plans
game.
of going there? So.
Nope, sorry. I vote
Wow.
third party every election.
Oh, okay.
What's your name?
My name's Philip Rhoder.
What are you waiting in the line for?
For Obama ticket.
Are you excited for the Obama concert?
No, I'm helpful.
Yeah, man.
What songs do you want to hear him do?
Yeah, hopefully he was gonna do All About That Bass or whatever that song is. Nothing but. What's the name of that song?
All about the bass.
All About the Bass.
Bass.
Alright, okay. I don't know, something like that. Maybe something by Katy Perry. Looking forward to that. Fireworks, maybe.
What time did you get in line?
I got like 2:40, I think.
Man.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna get a lot longer, a lot quicker, but I think I'm gonna be safe.
It's currently 8:42. How are you feeling?
Tired. Very tired. We've been here since 3:30. But hey, we still have another, 3 hours to wait. So, you know, having a good time. How are you doing? You look great.
I'm doing great. Had a spooky time last night at Simon 677. Get Spooky Part 2. It was great. The T dollar sign on a 1 to 2. The live band karaoke, singing all kinds of stuff. I think I sang Bon Jovi last night. But I took a nap. I'm good to go here at the Obama concert 2014. Yeah.
Mr. Hurd, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. 25 hours, no sleep. Surviving off a monster right now. Haven't eaten since yesterday.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say Obama?
President.
Good answer.
Hey man, I am so excited for this. We've been doing it, we've been going hard for 24 hours. Hey, if you didn't show up at the Spooky Part 2 party, you missed something. Karaoke by my man T-Unit was off the hook. Now we're doing the visit of our president, and it doesn't get any better than this. Plain and simple.
All right, Pat, 1 hour to go, just about, hour and a half. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
Hungry?
Really hungry now.
Tired?
Tired is not the best word I use. You know, exhausted, kind of, you know, impatient.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. It's too bad. And how are you feeling?
Dandy.
Just dandy? We've worked past the point of hunger at this point.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Good.
Good?
Just riding it out.
Riding it out.
Waiting for Hot Boy Obama to show up.
There we go.
Me and him go way back to the streets of Chicago.
Oh yeah?
Wait, you grew up together in Kenya?
You're a terrible person. Love, how are you feeling?
Stupendous.
Stupendous. About an hour and a half to go.
Hey, I'm here for the long haul.
Here for the long haul.
That's indeed.
Nice to hear.
To see the President of the United States, worth it.
Yep.
It's not.
How you feeling, Pat?
Feeling good. Feeling American.
Feeling American. Feeling excited? Yeah. Yeah? How you feeling? God bless America. God bless America. There we go. How about you? How you doing? Still hungry? No?
I've been fed by American spirit, patriotism, and the American people just really get me through.
Now that's a quote. Now that's a quote, my friend. How you feeling, Mr. Lima?
Feeling spooky still.
Feeling spooky still.
Yep. Watching to see Obama on Halloween. Get spooky.
Get spooky.
Ladies and gentlemen, to introduce the President of the United States, please welcome Elizabeth Avalos.
Hello. My name is Elizabeth Paola Avalos Lanton, and I'm a first-generation college student without any college. I was born in Guatemala, and I moved to Rhode with my family when I was 9 years old. Higher education had always seemed out of reach for me until College Visions, a local non-profit organization. College Visions took interest in me and instilled in my life something I was longing for. I was hope. Shortly after graduating from classical high school, things began unfolding for me, and Rhode College became my gateway to opportunity. My current studies at RIC focus on biological chemistry, Italian, and Portuguese. My extracurricular activities, they lie in giving back to the community. In addition, I work year-round in an undergraduate research lab on campus, and it's funded by the National Institutes of Health. I attend research conferences, and I am an active participant in poster presentations. I love asking and seeking for answers, and scientific research really encompasses that. Although a bit far-fetched, I once dreamt of winning the Nobel Prize. In the fields of biochemistry and molecular biology. Had it not been for my family and mentors like Dr. Karen Almeida, as well as the academic support groups at RIC, my church, everybody whose enthusiasm for learning is both contagious and incurable. Such aspirations would have never been possible. At Rhode College, I've been met with widespread support. And I could not be more thankful for what this country, this state, this city, what they have done for me, my faith, my confidence, and my future. I thank God for having found my truest passion of all, science. In the future, I hope to continue doing research and contribute back to the community that saw me at my lowest and invested in my growth. A community that showed me that I too can blossom into something wonderful. I want to give future generations hope, courage, and inspire the utmost enthusiasm for science, technology, engineering, and math. It was an honor to share my story with the President earlier.
big round of applause. Happy Halloween, everybody. I see a lot of you came as college students. Feel free to sit down. Those of you who don't. I am not going to be too long. I've got to get back and trick or treat tonight. Although Malia and Sasha are a little. It's so sad. I used to get really dressed up. We still have the pictures. Don't resent them later, but at the time they were fine with it. It was so cute. A good thing about being president is we never run out of presidential M&Ms. So we're going to be giving those out. You want some? Is that what you're saying? Only the kids. We're so proud of Elizabeth, not just for the wonderful introduction, but for being so determined about her education. She's a really remarkable young lady. I had a chance to speak to her before we came out. Turns out she went to school with my niece and nephew.
Classical! Yeah!
So that was neat. I have also brought some Halloween characters with me. Our Secretary of Labor, Tom Perez. They are all dressed up as really outstanding public servants. And Tom is just been doing extraordinary work. His lovely daughter is here, who's a freshman at Brown. Your great senators, Jack Reed, outstanding congressman. Dave Cicilline is here. Jim Benjamin is here. But despite how much I love all the folks I just mentioned, the people I really came to see is you. Because every decision I make, every single day, all the policies I pursue as president are all aimed at making sure we restore the promise of this country for your generation and for every generation that comes after. Now, the good news is we've made a lot of progress since the worst economic crisis of our lifetimes. Also, when I first came in office, the economy was in a free fall, the auto industry was in a free fall, banks were closing up, we were losing 800,000 jobs a month. Over the past 55 months, our businesses have now added 10.3 million new jobs. For the first time in more than 6 years, the unemployment rate is below 6%. Over the past 6 months, our economy has grown at its fastest pace in more than 10 years. And in education, dropout rates are down. The national graduation rate is the highest on record. More young people are earning their college degrees than ever before. Good job, young people. In energy, we're less dependent on foreign oil than any time in nearly 3 decades. Manufacturing, the quintessential producer of middle-class jobs, the heart of Rhode Island's economy for decades. Manufacturing has now created 700,000 new jobs since early 2010. 10 million Americans have gained the peace of mind that comes with having health insurance. You're welcome. Deficits have come down. Healthcare inflation has come down. There's almost no economic measure by which we we haven't made substantial progress over this period of time. We're better off than we were. So, look, the progress has been hard. It's sometimes been challenging in particular states, but it's been steady and it's been real. Now the thing is, though, what's also true is that millions of Americans don't yet feel the benefits of a growing economy where it matters most, and that's in their own lives. There's still a lot of folks who are working hard, but having trouble making ends meet. I know that many of you are working while you go to school. Some of you are helping support your parents or siblings. Here in Rhode Island and across the country, there are still too many people who are working too many hours and don't have enough to show for it. And this isn't just the hangover from the Great Recession. Some of this has to do with trends that date back 20, 30 years. And I've always said that recovering from the crisis of 2008 was the first thing we had to do. But our economy won't be really healthy until we reverse some of these longer-term trends, this erosion of middle-class jobs and income. And here in Rhode Island, my administration recently announced a grant to help more long-term unemployed folks get the training and mentoring they need to get back to work. And all across the country, we're taking similar actions, community by community, to keep making progress. We've got to harness the momentum that we're seeing in the broader economy and make sure the economy is working for every single American. We've got to keep making smart choices. And today here at RIC, I want to focus on some common sense steps we can take to help working families right now. And in particular, I want to zero in on the choices we need to make to ensure that women are full and equal participants in the economy. Focus is because I was raised by a single mom and know what it was like for her to raise two kids and go to work at the same time and try to piece things together without a lot of support. And my grandmother, who never graduated from college but worked her way up to become vice president of the bank, I know what it was like for her to hit the glass ceiling and to see herself passed over for promotions by people that she had trained. And so some of this is personal, but some of it is also what we know about our economy, which is it's changing in profound ways and in many ways for the better because of the participation of women more fully in our economy. So earlier today I met with a group of women business owners and working moms, and Elizabeth, your president here, and they were sharing stories that probably sound familiar to a lot of people. Studying for finals after working a full shift, searching for child care when the babysitter cancels at the last minute, using every penny of their savings so they can afford to stay home with their new baby. And so I kept on hearing my own story. I kept on hearing about my mom struggling to put herself through school. Or my grandmother hitting that glass ceiling. And I thought about Michelle. And I told some stories about when Michelle and I were younger and getting started. We were struggling to balance two careers while raising a family. And my job forced me to travel a lot, which made it harder on Michelle. And we would feel some of the guilt that so many people feel. We're working, we're thinking about kids, we're wondering whether we're bad parents, we're wondering whether we're doing what we need to do on the job. As the catch-22 of working parents. We wanted to spend time with our kids, but we also wanted to make sure that we gave them the opportunities that our hard work was providing. And then, of course, I think about my daughters. And the idea that my daughters wouldn't have the same opportunities as somebody's sons, well, that's unacceptable. So I say all of this because, to the men here, we all have a stake in choosing policies that help women succeed. Women make up about half of America's workforce. For more than 2 decades, women have earned over half of the higher education degrees awarded in this country. And you look at races in the market, almost 70% women. In colleges nationwide, there are more women graduating than men, which means that for the first time, America's highly educated workforce will be made up of more women than men. But here's the challenge, and that's all good news. The challenge is our economy and some of the laws and rules governing our workplaces haven't caught up with that reality. A lot of workplaces haven't caught up with that reality. So while many women are working hard to support themselves and their families, they're still facing unfair choices, outdated workplace policies. That holds them back, but it also holds all of us back. We have to do better because women deserve better. And by the way, when women do well, everybody does well. So, women deserve a day off to care for a sick child or sick parent without running into hardship. And Rhode Island's got the right idea. You're one of just 3 states where paid family leave is the law of the land. Should choose to follow your lead. It was interesting talking to some of the small business owners in the meeting. They were saying how the Rhode Island law actually helped them do a better job recruiting and retaining outstanding employees. And so that shows you something, that this is not just a nice thing to do, it's good policy. It's good for business. It's good for the economy. Without paid leave, when a baby arrives or an aging parent needs help, workers have to make painful decisions about whether they can afford to be there when their families need them most. Many women can't even get a paid day off to give birth to their child. And there are a lot of companies that still don't provide maternity leave. Of course, dads should be there too. So let's make this happen for women and for men and make our economy stronger. We've got to broaden our laws for family leave. Moms and dads deserve a great place to drop their kids off every day that doesn't cost them an arm and a leg. We need better child care, daycare, early childhood education policy. In many states, sending your child to daycare costs more than sending them to a public university. True? and too often parents have no choice but to put their kids in cheaper daycare that maybe doesn't have the kinds of programming that makes a big difference in a child's development. But and sometimes there may just not be any slots, or the best programs may be too far away. And sometimes someone, usually mom, leaves the workplace to stay home with the kids, which then leaves her earning a lower wage for the rest of her life as a result. And that's not a choice we want Americans to make. So let's make this happen. By the end of this decade, let's enroll 6 million children in high-quality preschool. And let's make sure that we are making America stronger. That is good for families. It's also good for the children because we know investing in high-quality early childhood education makes all the difference in the world. And those kids will do better. So we need family leave, we need better child care policies, and we need to make sure that women get an honest day's pay for an honest day's work. About 28 million Americans would benefit if minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. And let me say this, minimum wage, those aren't just cheap teenage jobs that are impacted. We're not just talking about young people. I mean, my first job was at Baskin Robbins. And, you know, I got paid the minimum wage and it was okay. You know, wearing that hat and apron was... yeah. But the truth is, the average worker who would benefit from an increase in the minimum wage is 35 years old. 35. A majority of low-wage workers are women. A lot of them have kids. Right now, somebody working full-time on the minimum wage makes $14,500 a year. $14,500. If they're a parent, that means they're below the poverty line. Nobody who works full-time in America should be below the poverty line. I am not going to give up this fight, and we need Republicans and Congress to stop blocking a minimum wage increase. Deserves to get paid just like even though it's 2014, there are women still earning less than men for doing the same work. And women of color face an even greater wage gap. And at a time when women are the primary breadwinners in more households than ever, that hurts the whole family if they're not getting paid fairly. Again, men, I just want you to pay attention. When Michelle and I were starting off, there were stretches of time where Michelle was making more money than me, and I wanted to make sure she was making every dime that she was earning. Right? I don't know how I benefit by her getting paid less than a man. Right? Okay? Men, I just want you to be clear. And it starts with recent college graduates. Women often start their careers with lower pay, and then the gap grows over time. Especially if they get passed over for promotions, and then they get fewer raises, or they take time off to care for family members. So you get a situation where women doing the same work as men, but the structure, the expectations, somehow is, well, they'll take time off for family. Well, once they take time off, that means that they're, you know, it's okay to pay them a little bit less. That builds up over time. And we've got to have a reversal of those kinds of policies and that kind of mindset. We've got to catch up to the 21st century. We need to pass a fair pay law, make our economy stronger. It will be good for America, and it will be good for our families. And good for our kids. While we're on the topic, women deserve to make their own health care choices, not politicians. And that's why the Affordable Care Act is so important. Insurance plans, because we passed the Affordable Care Act, insurance plans now have to cover the basics, including contraceptive care and prenatal care and maternity care. Working mom doesn't have to put off the care she needs just so she can pay her bills on time. Tens of millions of women have new access to preventive care like mammograms with no copays, no out-of-pocket expenses. It means that a cash-strapped student doesn't have to choose between the care that she needs and the cost of textbooks. And because of the Affordable Care Act, because of Obamacare, can deny you coverage based on a pre-existing condition like breast cancer, or charge you more for the same care just because you're a woman. That's the right thing to do. this law, we're going to keep it in place. Because it's working. Not only is it covering more people, not only is it protecting women and people with pre-existing conditions from discrimination, but it's actually been part of the trend that's lowering healthcare inflation. We're actually saving money because the system's getting smarter and there's more preventive care instead of emergency care. And we're changing how healthcare is delivered. Which is why I'm pretty sure that, in 10 years we're not going to call it Obamacare anymore. Republicans will be like, I was for that. That's how that works. But you'll remember. You'll remind me. But let me make sure that we can fully equal participants in our economy. We can do some of this administratively, but it requires not just changing laws, it requires changing attitudes. And more companies are changing attitudes. And this is really good news. JetBlue, for example, has a flexible work from home plan for its customer service reps. They found it's led to happier, more productive employees and lower costs. Google increased paid leave for new parents, moms and dads, to 5 months. 5 months. And that helped cut the rate of women leaving the company by half. And when I was having a conversation with some of the women business owners before I came out here, they were saying, it's really costly when you lose a good employee. You've got to train somebody all over again. It's much more sensible from a business perspective to invest in them and make them feel like you've got their backs, and they'll stay with you. And it's not just these big corporations that are embracing these policies. So Cheryl Sneed, who's the CEO of Banneker Industries, where she is back there. So Banneker Industries is a supply chain management firm that's based in North Smithfield. And when Cheryl was in college, she studied mechanical engineering. At the time, there weren't that many African American women in mechanical engineering. There still aren't. We're working to change that. Cheryl wants to do something about that. Her company's made it a priority to find talented young women and minority students, encouraging them to study science and math in college, hire them once they graduate. And what Cheryl was explaining was that having a diverse workforce, having more women in the workforce, all that makes her a stronger company. And it's not just good for the workers, it's good for business. So if large businesses like Google, small businesses like Cheryl's all see the wisdom of this, let's join them. Let's encourage more women and more girls in the fields like science and technology and engineering and math. And let's work with those companies to ensure that family-friendly policies can support more women in that workforce. Anne-Marie Harrington, again. Anne-Marie is right here. So Anne-Marie, she's the president of a company called Embolden, based in Pawtucket, and it provides web services to community foundations and nonprofits. Small business, about 20 employees, 21 I think she said. She just hired something else. But she lets them work from home and keep a flexible schedule when they need to. And she says that's increased her company's productivity. So I'm taking a page from these companies' playbooks. This summer I directed federal agencies in the executive branch to put flexible workplace policies wherever possible. Make it clear that all federal employees have the right to request them. We want the best talent to serve our country, and that means making it a little bit easier for them to maintain that work-family balance. But these are issues that are too important to hinge on whether or not your boss is enlightened. We have to raise our voices to demand that women get paid fairly. We've got to raise our voices to make sure that women can take time off to care for a loved one, and that moms and dads can spend time with a new baby. We've got to raise our voices to make sure that our women maintain and keep their own health care choices. We've got to raise our voices to basically do away with policies and politicians that belong to in a Mad Men episode. Mad Men's a good show, but that's not what we want making decisions about our workplaces these days. When women succeed, America succeeds, and we need leaders who understand that. shouldn't be partisan. Republicans and Democrats should be supportive of all these issues. I was talking to town president, he just come back from Europe. He's talking to chambers of commerce and conservative politicians. They were all supportive of family leave, supportive of child care, because they understood it actually made the economy more productive. This isn't a liberal or conservative agenda. When I talk to women, like the ones I spoke to earlier, when I hear folks' stories from across the country, and when I think about my own mom and how she made it all work, or my grandmother, nobody's looking at these issues through partisan lenses. We're not Democrats first or Republicans first. We are Americans first, and as Americans, it's up to us to protect and restore the ideals that made this country great, and that is that in this country, no matter who you are, what you look like, where you come from, whether you are male or you are female, here in America, you can make it if you try. That's the promise of America. That's the future I want to fight for. I want you to fight for. Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Patrick Hurd with Anchor TV reporting the mass exodus from the Murray Center after President Obama's speech.
Hello, this is Madeline Corinne reporting live from Anchor TV, and we are here at the exit of the Obama speech, and everyone is in good spirits and feeling great after the wonderful words that he had gave today. We have a student here who got to meet Obama earlier. Would you like to talk about your experience?
Sure. The president is a wonderful, wonderful man. And when he steps into the room, you know, being in the small, intimate setting that was earlier, it's amazing how the room changes. Because you realize you're in the room with the most powerful man on the planet, and he is giving you a minute of his time. And that's a really amazing thing. He was really great. He asked me, I told him my name. He asked me what my major was. I told him I had 2 majors and a minor. I told him what it was. He says, wow, that's a mouthful. And he said, keep up the good work. And then later on, I got to shake his hand again in the line. And he said, and he remembered my name. And I was just like, oh.
Wow, that's so cool.
I was like, that's impressive. He has really good memory. So it's a really amazing experience. I'm really glad he rescheduled the camp at Allen College.
Yeah.
I think that every student who came here today will remember that for the rest of their life. You know, you see a lot of happy faces here at Allen College today, so I'm really happy about this. So.
Well, thank you so much for a moment of your time, and it was so awesome I get to shake the hand that shook Obama's hand.
There was this one too, actually.
Awesome. Did you want to say your name and just let us know?
Oh, sure. In case you don't know me, my name is Robert Santuri Jr., and I am the president of Student Free Government here at Allen College. Join SCG. Thanks. It was really awesome, but now, to answer your first question again, when he walked into the room the first time, because it's a small room, it's like the basement of the rec center, the Murray Center. So when he walked in, everyone just stopped. Everyone just, like, there was no talking, and all you hear is like the White House photographer photo as he goes, he talks to Nancy, he talks to this person, and no, it's an amazing experience.
And he smelled good? He
smelled amazing. He was majestic.
Amazing. That's all I wanted to
He had that 10-point smile going. He looked like, you know, he has that gray hair now, so he looks rugged, you know.
He looks rugged.
Yeah. But no, I'm hoping Anchor TV got some great footage today. I'm sure they did, even though you guys, it says Rick TV for you guys.
I'd hope so. We had 5 cameramen.
5 cameramen?
1, 2, 3,
is that
4.
a first time? 5 cameras?
And Madeline.
And I was taking.
You've been here since the creation of Anchor.
Photographers.
Yep. But now.
Ooh, what is that?
I hope you guys enjoyed the speech. Wow, Donovan's open. That's right.
Yeah, Donovan in a bowl.
But now.
Chili in a bowl.
Chili in a bowl.
See, Donovan only brings out the good stuff on Fridays when
Obama's coming.
No, they're only bringing out the
Obama's
good
coming,
stuff
so they gotta bring out the good stuff.
Obama's here.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna eat them.
Obama's gonna have some.
Can you imagine? Obama gets President Obama food sick from Rhode Island College.
Oh, we would be able to live that down. Oh, we would have been.
We wouldn't be at college anymore.
No, we would be like shut down.
I'm pretty sure they take away our accreditation at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I know.
Everybody's fired.
But no, that man knows how to work a room though. Like when he was just shaking hands, going. I mean, he has like 15 years of experience now, but
you knew he was going to be president the first time he stood up in the thing there.
He is completely charismatic. Like you think so when you see him on TV, then you see him in person, and it's even better. And then you meet him, and it's like
it's even better.
I have no words.
Yeah.
As I said before, you know, you realize when you're talking to him, this is the president of the free world.
Yeah.
He is the most powerful country on earth. At any given moment in time, he can destroy any nation, anywhere.
Right.
And here he is, you know, he has 1,000 different things to do, you know, healthcare, unemployment, the economy in general, and he's taking his time to come talk to us, say, for a half hour, and then he takes, you know, 5-10 minutes out of his time to actually shake hands with people. Like, that's a pretty amazing thing. Oh, I almost forgot. I got to give him my letter I wrote.
Nice.
You forgot to?
No, I don't know. I didn't hand it to him personally because it's a really bad idea to try to hand in anything directly to the president. That's a one-way ticket to get yourself tased and thrown to a black site somewhere.
Yep.
So no, I at the end I saw someone from the White House, and at the end, after that, everyone at the VIP line, and I was able to give it to him. But you should have seen the VIP section with all the folding chairs after everyone left. It looked like the end of a concert that went wrong. It's like folding chairs on the ground. There's like a Projo or two. Yeah. I was waiting to find some like kid or something like stomped on the ground. No, you don't understand.
Seriously.
Of any section that was probably the worst. The Secret Service was like, can you please not push? Because everyone was pushing. Well, people were pushing it. It's like, guys, you know. I mean, it's Obama, but try not to stamp the person in front of you so you can shake his hand for a second.
God damn.
But no. I'm glad that you guys got press passes for it, though. Yeah. This will be running on Anchor TV for the next 20 years.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, right?
Until, you know, next sitting president comes to town.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you want to do
President Michelle Obama
vlogs?
Or post-Obama commentary 2014.
Or
post-Obama. We
President
did pre-Obama. We should do post-Obama.
Rodham, that is.
Obama?
Well, Hillary could come.
Hillary.
Obama.
Rodham.
She'll run in 2016. She'll
run.
Post-POTUS. Post-POTUS. There you go. Alliteration.
I like it.
President Christie.
President Christie, yeah.
That's gonna happen.
Get off the beach.
Yep.
Go home. During Hurricane Sandy, Chris Christie, in his infinite wisdom, went over to the beaches in New Jersey because people will go out and try to wave as they always do. And he's like, "Get off the beach. Go home. There's nothing for you here. Get off. You're causing a safety hazard. We do not want to have to rescue you when you inevitably go into the water and almost drown." Which is pretty much what he said.
I would just let them go if they're
let them do it. They sink or swim. That's it.
That's crazy, man.
But no, sink or swim, literally. But no, well, Christie would just float.
Oh yeah.
He was in town last week for Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
I was saying to this lady next to me who's like 78 years old. She knew the Kennedys. She worked with the Kennedys. I was blown away. But she's been to like every convention. She's a huge power broker like in Democrat politics in Rhode Island, and we're talking about we're talking about Obama coming out, and I said I hope it comes out in an Obama mask, and then he goes surprise, or he goes through the crowd and he just climbs through, and then Secret Service says, and Secret Service leads the way.
Tyler's comic this week is, Obama at the podium, and then as he walks away, it's Joe Biden taking off the mask.
There you go.
Well, I would appreciate
that. I could see.
I would appreciate him coming out in a Mitt Romney mask, and it said, "I only appreciate 53% of you. For other 47% can go off."
I belong in binders.
Women belong in binders. Quote Mitt Romney.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what he talked. We have binders full of women.
Oh, that's right. I remember the binders full of women comment.
Because it turns out when your party doesn't smell.
That's why Iowa does not like
turn
him.
into Godzilla and destroy the town.
See, that's gonna be the first single in Mitt Romney's rap career. Binders full of women.
Yeah.
All I do is lose. Mitt Romney.
I'm probably gonna end up framing that in my Hillary ticket.
What about Hillary Clinton?
Or I'm gonna frame my little pass and
Same
the Hillary
list.
ticket.
I don't actually.
White House.
Also, I don't. I'm gonna have to steal my mother's ticket because they didn't give me one. They literally told me to go to table A outside, and they're like, "Have a wristband." Didn't check my ID. Could have been anyone.
Wait, for what, here?
Yeah, they didn't give me a ticket today. They didn't give me a ticket last to Gina either. They're just like, head on in.
I thought you stood in line for a ticket.
Yeah, I gave it to my mother.
Oh, okay.
I thought tickets were non-transferable.
Are they? Well, oh well.
Oh well.
They were handing them out like candy.
Was your mom there? I was trying to see if she.
Oh no, she was there.
Spot her.
Apparently, she sat next to Susie. She stood next to Susie Alba.
Ah.
She didn't know. They just introduced each other, and then I guess my mother started bragging about me like she usually does. So when we went outside, I couldn't use Elove's camera because I'm useless with cameras. But so my mom was taking the photo, but of course she had her cigarette. So she literally put her glasses and cigarette down on the grass.
On the ground.
And I'm like, oh great, my mother's going to burn down Rhode Island College. President Carroll's gonna send me the bill.
I can see it happening.
No, invoice. No, invoice. One whole college.
She's amazing.
Please refer to our. Please refer to the charter remains of the accounting office.
No, all she's gonna write is, "You owe us for life."
Yeah, Laura's like, your mother.
You thought you might
She's
graduate.
amazing.
Not anymore.
She's amazing.
She's incredible. I was like, oh my god, this woman.
Adam, after Hillary, goes, oh my god, Rob's mom loves him so much more than his brother.
Guys still live at home. She talked to Adam because they were waiting in line for, and they just the next show during the whole event.
Yeah.
But my mother just went up to, she's got in line with Adam at the same time. I'm over in the office trying to get her ticket. As I'm walking back, I guess in the time that I started walking back, my mother just randomly introduces herself to Adam, because she talks to everyone. And she's like, and she goes, my son's the president of student community government. And Adam just goes, oh no, no.
Did you grab a check from a CD,
I guess,
by the way? It's in her desk.
No,
so Adam tells me later, she goes, he doesn't sleep. He reads too many books.
He's gonna hurt himself.
He's gonna hurt himself with his back. He needs to sleep
works
more.
too hard.
He works too hard. No, and I guess she's like just talking about me, and I'm like, she embarrassed me in front of Hillary Clinton.
You love it.
No, my mother embarrassed me in front of Hillary Clinton. You know about
Really?
this? No. What happened was at the end of Hillary Clinton. So I'm on. I shake hands with her. She goes off stage. She does what Obama did tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So Adam and my mom like right up front, and my mom proceeds to shake Hillary's hand, and when she does so, she goes, my son's the president of student community government. He was on stage with you. So literally, while shaking her hand, Hillary turns around and looks at me on stage and waves. And Sam pointed on a photo, and she's like this, and I'm like, Ma, not in front of Hillary Clinton.
Your mom looks so proud, and Hillary's just like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, not in front of the future POTUS.
Yeah, right.
I have the photo.
Ooh, what are they gonna call Bill? Or is he still
First man.
Literally the first.
No, he's still president.
Technically, it should
Well,
be
yeah,
the
but
first
his
lord.
He can't be
his
floated.
title
So,
would
by the
say
way,
like-
my mother's not subtle at all because she was on my mother uses Facebook constantly, but she decided to share a photo of me meeting Hillary, and she just puts on it, maybe the president tomorrow.
Yep.
Thanks, Mom. Yeah, here it is.
Maybe you'd like to show the
Ooh, his
viewers.
Facebook is, his Twitter. President Obama, we have to ensure that women are full and
That's
equal
the photo.
participation. Let me see.
No, I gotta say though, Obama had up a speech game for Hillary because
thing.
what thing? Oh, sorry, your Rick TV pass.
Yes.
I still can't believe they put Rick TV.
It's fine, we're Rick
Property of
newspaper.
United States
Are you really?
government.
Yeah, they even though like on the list it says the Anchor newspaper, but the press passes all say Rick newspaper.
Trying to make it easy for him. I had nothing else to say in terms of stories for now.
That was amazing. That was so cool.
But yes, that was my experience meeting the president.
Bye,
He was
everyone.
majestic. Obama at Rick dropping mad Halloween jokes. Hashtag get spooky from T-Unit 33.
Oh my god.
I just want to point out Rick Dina Students' tweet this morning, last night. I just wanted to make sure everyone realizes, quote, the President of the United States, unquote, is visiting our school tomorrow. Quit your Friday job and go.
Did you like my reply?
What did you put me for a reply? I didn't see it.
I was like,
You must obey Scott Kane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did like
and I
that.
giggled.
You must obey Dr. Kane. He is the law, Dr. Kane.